Doug is stuck on this red now for some reason.
It's more of a maroon.
Like your first car.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the deal.
You know, it's been maybe over 2 weeks since we made the drive through here.
Anything new? That was new, I think.
That was new, or that was
a Jeep
different.
Cherokee.
So now we've got a white. What year is that?
24.
So they wanted us down in that other dealership, what, a month and a half ago now? Where they had that maroon one and the black stripes down the hood. Gray stripes, dark gray stripes. They wanted us to pay $52,000 for that. And now they're down to
4,995
or something. So 45,000.
They were at 52, now 45.
And they were gonna give me
3,750 for trade-in.
So let's say 24,000 for this one. Now hold on. You're gonna love this because after the absolute anger that made my hair sweat.
Really?
Okay, so we've been watching this thing on the internet and the price got down to 45,000. And I thought, okay, of course, the first time we went down there, oh, well, your tires, they're shot. We'll have to deduct for that. Okay, well, the back ones were shot because the owner of it, the driver, evidently didn't do the proper rotation. But I know that even if...
What did you just say?
Even if the driver would have performed proper maintenance to the tires in the rotation of them, they would have said the same thing. Oh, your tire. I just know they would have. So we kind of lost interest in the whole trading there. And I said, okay, we're putting new tires on. So we took the thing over to South Dakota, like a bunch of good old Western Minnesotans.
Yeah.
So we took it over, got new tires on. And I never cared for the tires that were on this thing. So I upgraded to the next better tire.
Of course you did.
Trying to get rid of that basketball sound, you know, when you drive on these Western Minnesota roads and you got that ta-tunk, ta-tunk. Mm-hmm. No, I'm not saying that again. And we got the good tires, and I called the guy up then and said, okay, what we gonna do about this? You're cheaper now. I'm really getting tempted. And my vehicle has got brand new tires, the better quality tires. So what are you guys thinking? What are you gonna do? What are we gonna do? Okay, I'll get back to you. I'll check in with my, what do they call them? Superior salesman, the top guy. Okay, yep, give me a text back or whatever. Well, my brand new tires brought my vehicle net worth on a trade-in from $24,000, let's say. My $1,100 set of tires brought this vehicle all the way down to 23,000. So I texted back.
They went backwards by about $1,000. We added 1,000, went back 1,000. Should have been 2,000. Yeah.
So I texted him back. I said, so my brand new tires devalued the price of my trade-in? And all he types back is, well, devaluation of time also devalued hours. Good day, sir.
Good day, sir.
Have a good life. You can take your car and send it to auction. You guys thought I was going to say something else, didn't you? Yeah, that's just not gonna... Now I'm down to the principle of it. Is that the principle? That's really maybe not the principle. I'm down to the...
You're just...
It's the... You guys know what it is.
If you know.
If you know, you know. Signaling. We gotta go pick up some, what is it?
Homemade bread.
Homemade bread from... Oh gosh. Pay attention here. This guy's turn. Okay, resting.
Just went through a large sweet corn patch.
We didn't go through it.
Did I say through?
We went past it.
We went by. And I noticed a very large fencing conglomeration.
Somebody has spent a lot of time putting a little electric fence up around a very large, and I'm talking, that looked like an acre. I don't know. They're going to have trouble if they eat all that corn. You know what kind of trouble I'm talking about, too. You can overeat corn. For those that don't eat corn, there's a happy medium. You can't go past that point. Okay, I'm done with that conversation.
You started it.
I'm done with it now.
Okay.
So we got our bread, and there's what kind of bread?
It is sourdough bread. There's also sprouted wheat.
Sprouted wheat. I've never heard of sprouted wheat bread.
Yep.
So explain to me and everybody else what, I'm sure some of you guys know, but...
So the goal would be to get rid of the gluten. So you sprout the wheat, and then it goes from...
how do you do that, though?
I suppose you lay it out.
The wheat kernel?
Wheat kernel. And it needs to be moistened, like as if you're planting it in the ground.
A germ test.
So it germinates and starts to sprout, I think, pretty small. Sprouts. Have you ever had alfalfa sprouts? Like they sell them, you know?
Well, I've seen them at the buffet.
You can put them on your salad that you eat, that you don't eat.
Never understood it, but so do you.
Sprouts.
I'm envisioning a beach towel laid out with a bunch of wheat sprinkled in it, and then folded on top and soaked down. But I bet you that's not how you sprout wheat.
Probably not, and I honestly
would grow right into the towel.
All right. I honestly do not know the process she uses, and I do know that it gets to a certain point, and then she has to dry it, dehydrate it, so she can grind it up as into a flour.
Are you kidding?
Not kidding.
You have to re-dry it.
Right, because it's sprouted now, and now you have to dry the what's left of the kernel and the sprout, and then that gets ground up like bread flour and used instead of wheat flour.
So the sprout gets used too, or you peel that off? De-sprout the wheat?
I don't imagine she de-sprouts all the little wheat.
I had to de-sprout potatoes as a child.
Well, these little seeds.
Go down to the cellar. It's time to de-sprout the potato. Oh, they smelled good though. That is a memory from the past. De-sprouting potatoes. That seemed like they always wanted to sprout right before, shortly before you had to plant them.
Right, because the surplus you had in your cellar.
Nobody knows what a cellar. Some people know what a cellar is, but then when you cut them up, this potato, you had to cut them up like in 3 pieces. You had to make sure there was an eye.
You're talking about the seeds now.
Well,
first you were cutting about de-sprouting, now you're, the potato.
We're talking about potato.
Okay.
We don't care about the wheat no more. We're talking about the potato.
I know.
Because that's more important. Okay, so yeah, you had to make sure you cut the potato, not the seed. The potato.
They're called seed potatoes, if you didn't know.
I don't think so.
I think they are.
Well, you could call it a seed potato, but there's nothing like it.
I know, it's a potato.
Is a potato. And if you choose to seed it, then you seed it. And
okay.
Oh, you're getting technical.
Well,
today.
I just want to know if I understand it, or if you understand it, or we all understand it. But you do need to have an eye, because that's where the sprout comes out of. Is that what you're going to say?
I can see today is going to be one of those days.
Yesterday was too. It's like I say
I'm
something.
Go on the other side of the.
It's like I say something, and then you say really exactly the same thing, but yet you want to contradict how I said it. And I'm like, I just said that.
I think you were countered.
So I'm getting you back.
I can't even say it.
I'm getting you back today.
Oh, you're one of them evil ones.
No, I'm not.
Gonna get me back.
Maybe I am.
Gotta forgive and forget, Amy.
It has nothing to do with that. I just wanted to understand the seed potato. First you went from like were you going to eat the potatoes was my point. Like, I know that you have to get the sprouts off, the potatoes because they start to get soft because they're actually wanting to become a plant now. So you have to take off the sprout, desprout them. Now you do that sometimes.
And then they stop growing. Once
Yes.
you desprout them, then they go back into, okay, I'm going to lay here until you eat me.
Correct. So that's where you were talking. Then you went into the seed. And I wanted to clarify for myself and others.
The only thing that's truly clear here is that we might be on the bridge. I can't even
On the
talk.
brink?
You've got me so upset.
Oh, you're upset?
I'm upset.
Why?
This is me upset. This is my look.
Okay.
Okay, we are gonna abandon the potato
No,
talk.
I want to finish it because you actually used the potatoes that you would have eaten
Yeah.
to put into the ground so they would grow, which I would call a seed.
Seed potato. I'm not gonna argue no more with you.
I might be wrong.
Crying uncle.
I'm sure everybody here will tell me if who's right or wrong, or maybe they won't know.
Well, maybe there's nobody
Maybe.
that's right or wrong. Maybe just
It's both
you
a-
choose to use the potatoes that are left over for seed. There, fix that. The leftovers are seed potatoes.
There you go. I suppose. This reminds me of the message we just heard and how, oh my gosh, he had such good analogies, but all the extremes on one side of a topic and the other side of a topic, and how he was imagining back in the day, years back, what is the name of that lake? Devil's Lake in
North Dakota.
North Dakota used to be a big swamp, and there was a big road down the middle of the swamp that he used to drive, and here's some deer on the road, I think.
Oh, nice. Just stand there then. Just go ahead. And now I'm gonna have to apply the brakes. Oh, they're standing in the middle of the bridge too.
They don't
Yeah.
have anywhere really to
Oh,
go.
excellent
Are
idea.
they young?
Don't, oh yeah, just keep running here. Don't go down the ditch.
That one's not quite sure. Here we go.
You know what? This brings me to another dilemma. Why? Why did they make watermelons round? We've got a watermelon rolling around here no matter what I do. Turn to the left, turn to the right. Why couldn't they have been square?
Square.
A square, yeah. That way you could stack them up nice.
That's true.
Why round, Lord? Round. Roll around, bang around. See what you've got me into my attitude now. I've got a poor attitude.
That's a choice.
So Devil's Lake was being used for an example of, I guess there was a road down through this lake, and it really made me laugh to myself
Because we just
why
talked
it's
about.
called Devil's Lake. Why do you think it'd be called
I
that?
thought, I was hoping he would go into that, but he did not. We can't see your face. Maybe that's
Nobody
what you
wants
want.
to see that face. So he used the example of choices, or overcorrecting actually is how it started, of the steering wheel when he kind of lost control of the vehicle on the gravel road. He overcorrected and almost went in on the left side of the road, and he overcorrected and then almost went in on the right side of the road, too far to the right. So
Overcompensated.
right. So there's always the happy medium, and I've always said that there should be no left and no right.
Extremes.
There's always the extreme to each, and I agree. I couldn't agree more with the man of, if you're on the left or the right, that's fine, but then there's always the next level of it, and pretty soon you keep going and now you're extreme. Just like the hate that we're gonna get on this video for going down this road, I suppose.
Every road that is different that we're going down, and you're on a different road than me. Imagine that. The devil wants to take you to one side or the other. It's like you are trying to stay straight, you're trying to follow, you're trying to stay on the path and obey And he can take you down and go to multiple different directions of extremes, including in the religious realm, in the faith realm. You can go way to the legalistic side, or you can go way to the license, which means, I believe, grace.
Those are all big words for me, Amy.
I know, but there's so many things that right in the word that are kind of seem to be contradictory, and then you have to ask for wisdom and come to the truth in the road to stay on the path. Like, thy word is a lamp unto the feet and a light unto the path. So you have to have the light on the path and stay on the street. But the devil wants us to get veered off and then veered off some more and then get you convinced that way over here is the right way. And it's very obvious, very easy to see with the example you gave, that there are extremes in the realm of what we're living through right now in this world.
Yeah. And we've gotten this far because we started with a wheat, what was it? A sprouted wheat.
Sprouted wheat.
And now we're off into radical left and right.
We talked about algorithms too. So once you start researching this one thing, all of a sudden all the things keep popping up about the same thing, which then can take you right down a rabbit hole to the way, wherever, somewhere off the middle, which is the truth. Somewhere in there is the truth.
So that's, maybe you could look at that. You say that word again. I struggle with it.
Algorithm?
Right. That word. It kind of is a persuading little whisperer that keeps feeding you what you have researched.
Yes.
And if you don't pay attention, pretty soon you're getting fed the radical side of everything.
Well, let's just
I
say,
never really thought of that.
Yeah.
Because if I research anything, you name it, if I research Hemi motor, pretty soon the Hemi motor is the greatest thing on earth. There's nothing but the Hemi. There maybe really isn't. But, no, you know what I mean, though. That's... It just is.
And it's pretty soon that's the only thing you see. Pretty soon there's a brand new Dodge pickup showing up on your or whatever. And he used
persuasive
fishing walleye. He Googles and pretty soon.
We don't need to go through this whole sermon. Do
you
we?
don't?
I don't know. Well, he was fishing research fishing walleye,
right.
And pretty soon he said the only thing there was in the ocean was walleye. Well, he didn't say that, but
Ocean.
The ocean, yeah. The ocean has got saltwater walleye. They are about 15 times size of a.
Do they?
Of a. What water do we have out here?
Fresh
water. We are going to have to go.
Are you out of sorts, honey?
I'm just going to stop talking again. I don't know how I ever got talked into starting, but
We're going to have to keep talking about something different when we get home and give you guys an update.
Note to the editor, just cancel out the last 10 minutes. Here, eliminate that. We're going to focus back onto the wheat sprouted wheat.
I think we need to finish something here.
Well, you kind of left the three bread thing hanging there. You got the two talked about. Now there's a third one.
What two did I talk about?
I don't. The unleavened bread.
We didn't talk about.
No, we didn't pick up no unleavened bread, but now
We have sourdough bread and then the sprouted wheat. And I don't know a lot about sourdough bread except that you have to feed it. And then there's like a throwaway.
what do you feed it?
Sugar. You feed it sugar so it will
So you talk sweet to it?
get sweet talk. You sweet talk the bread. So
I'm
it will
not gonna
rise
talk
to the
much here,
occasion.
so.
We're not talking about bread. I don't bake. That's why I buy it from someone who does make it for me. So I'm very thankful for that I don't need to know all the things.
So are we done then with the bread? I'm talking again.
We could break bread. That'd be the next thing.
Well, then you need unleavened bread.
Right.
Well, are we done with the bread now?
Yes.
I'm gonna park in the shade here.
Okay.
And we're gonna reveal something that we shared with you guys that was an untruth.
Yeah. Okay.
Or it proved not to
be ineffective.
Correct. We thought it worked, but it didn't.
So what would this scoop have been used for? Somebody was commenting about that.
I would say that it looks familiar to a flour scoop that would have been found in your grandma's flour drawer.
That big? Wow.
I don't know. I could be wrong, but
I wonder where. I think I found this at a.
they also were used for feeding sows at our farm years ago. But
For feed?
Ground feed. That's how we fed the farrowing house sows, the ones with little ones. But I think there was something very familiar looking to the flour bin.
Right, true.
The drawer. So, yes, there was flour kept in a drawer in your great-grandma's kitchen where the mice could run around in it.
Right, I don't have it because I don't bake.
Okay, here's the...
This is the scoop I use for the sand, is where I was going with that.
Oh. Okay, well, here's the devastating news. Covering the turtle nest up with sand, ineffective.
Dang.
It did not work.
Another one.
So now they have gotten them all.
Here's the sand. There's the whole dugout. You can see how sad this is.
There's the eggs, or what's left of the shell. So Amy's job now has
lightened up.
Lightened up. No more having to run around every night sprinkling sand on top of the turtle nest. It's just going to be what it is.
What it is. Nature's what it is. Life's what it is.
Yep. It is what it is. And last night I laid in bed listening to this banging. I thought the neighbor was shooting fireworks off.
What is it?
I just heard it. I'm guessing somebody's...
Granite quarry?
No. This is a gun. This is a LP cannon. Somebody must have some goose issues along the lake shore somewhere here. And they've set up that... They make a gun that you set up your little propane tank that you use for your grill. And it's a slow leak, and then every once in a while, or I really don't know how it works, but every once in a while she'll pop off or ignite and give off a big blast of, sounds like a gun.
To scare the geese away.
Yep, and then...
in hopes to.
In hopes to, which it maybe does for a few days. It used to be used for blackbirds and sunflowers and stuff like that, but eventually it's like everything. Nature gets very smart quick, and pretty soon there's just a lot of noise being made, and everything just kind of looks around like, there's that noise again. Oh well, let's continue on to devastate and destroy the crop, or whatever they're doing.
Yep.
I'm talking again.
No. We love it.
Goodbye.
Should we take it for one last cruise?
I don't think so.
No.
I've been in it. Cruised enough with it.
You have, huh?
Yeah. But it is something to it when you can actually physically manhandle your vehicle.
Why? Just because you can?
Huh?
Just
sure, I can. It's Fred Flintstone mobile.
Okay. So you just drive and like get your speed up with your feet.
Right.
Oh, you should clean the windshield.
Yeah, do you think the new owner is going to want that clean?
I would.
Or what we hope to be the new owner?
Yeah.
Will be here in the next half hour maybe. So, anybody who doesn't know anything about a Volkswagen, check this out. We're gonna We're gonna check out how many horsepower are under the hood.
No.
Oh, there's a gas. There's a gas tank. And
Oil.
don't ask me too many questions about this thing because we bought it this
You got a
way.
stick to hold the hood
The
up?
stick is to hold. So it's not the factory hood. It's
Ah.
I believe what they call the Baja kit. And it's a fiberglass. I think the fenders are fiberglass, the hood is fiberglass. And then they take off the
We'll go look at
shroud
that.
or the back end off
So
the motor.
there is no motor there.
No motor here, motor's in the back. And
Be sure to do that.
I gotta find everything else that goes
With this.
with this thing. I got some lights, I gotta find the hitch for the front end, because they might pull it home.
So show us the motor then.
Well, the motor's back here out in the wide open. Along with the heater. Show them that you maybe don't even know.
The heater?
The heater are those two tubes.
Oh,
And silver round tubes.
yeah.
That's the heater.
It's not very heatable for Amy.
No, it's not. And there's no air conditioning.
No.
You're on your own. I talked to a guy once. I know he lives locally. He said as kids growing up, they were able to, because as everybody years ago, different now, because it seems like, well, anyway, they had a van and a bug, and one of the motors had an issue with it. So on weekends, if they knew that everybody was gonna come home or whatever, all the friends were gonna go do something, they, oh, look at this, that's nice. Cattail fuzz.
That's all we have around here.
Yeah. So they would swap the motor out of the Volkswagen Beetle
No.
and put into the van.
They only had one motor between the
One
two.
motor, two vehicles.
Was that
I-
Steve?
No.
No.
I don't know. You gonna shout
No.
out everybody?
No, but I am curious myself, but that's
I
fine.
don't even know who Steve is.
I do.
Yeah. So imagine that, and I think they had it down to like a hour and a half.
The
You could
switcheroo?
Swap it, so it would be a 3-hour project to put it back in, whatever they took it back out of.
Wow.
Yeah, imagine that.
So you have a cover for it?
Well, that's what I'm trying to remember. Is that the cover? Is this the cover?
I don't know nothing about it.
Suppose we could try it. Cattail fuzz and all.
So the last trip, we took this, as you can see, there's dead bugs. That must have been lake fly time.
Yeah.
So probably in May. We went north. Did we go north to the restaurant?
That must be it. Maybe we'll put the cover on so that it'll be a surprise for him when he sees it. Oh, here it says front.
Huh.
And of course it's on upside down. How
Yes,
about that?
yes it is. Well, that's okay. We gotta clean the bugs off, honey.
Front. 50-50 test.
Wow, pretty good.
Wrong every time.
Well, you got the front to the front though. That's pretty cool. And
Now
there's
I
a
know.
twine
They're
for,
cinching it up, I suppose. They shot it
I
down
think underneath.
underneath and held it. I
wow.
wonder if the guy before us had over $7,500. He said stuck into this thing with paint, overhaul, you name it. And we did not pay that.
He gave us the receipts of all that
Yeah.
work too. It's still in the folder, which is,
I gotta find the hitch. Where is the hitch for the front end? What else come with it? Muffler. The original muffler.
Oh yeah, so the muffler. Tell about where are you going?
Well, the muffler, yeah. Oh yeah, hey!
It's all the things that we save.
Look at here.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, now I'm really in trouble.
Look at here.
Why are they up there?
Look at the black mildew to this day.
I'm gonna be in trouble by everybody.
Shame on you.
Don't say such things.
Here's the muffler.
So why are there two mufflers?
Well, I think when we first bought it, what all happened there?
What's
That's
this?
for Chet's snowmobile. Of course, that muffler wasn't loud enough neither. So for Father's Day,
It has been found.
seen things.
We need a dumpster.
We need a cement floor. I've seen things kept better care of than this was. Huh. Wow.
Oh, that's a big one. When you talk about a hitch, I wouldn't imagine it being this large.
Yeah.
Here we have a floaty. I think it's a turtle.
I have no idea how this works. We pulled
And this
it
is
home.
a...
We pulled it home when we bought it. And I gotta tell you, it looked pretty sweet behind my orange pickup.
I bet it did.
How can you wiggle jiggle through this here cluster of embarrassment? Just don't turn around and show everybody.
I'm not.
So, well, then you're gonna have to come over here behind me and watch me stumble out.
Oh, okay. Pretty humid today.
Terrible.
Woke up to a really loud...
Oh, 4 o'clock. A little bit before 4, I flopped around and flew up and like, what was that? Something's...
I heard a Snapchat notification and I'm like, what's he doing? And then I saw you looking at your phone.
Had to get up, look at radar.
I think that when you said the red is coming, that red was actually already
I
here.
don't know.
It was loud, lot of thunder, and heavy rain.
So it could be possible my phone... I shut my phone totally off. I get in trouble for it, but that's the way I do it.
We do,
And
both of us.
So maybe the phone was booting up. And it couldn't get the radar where it was supposed to be. But
Sure.
I don't know. Well, there it goes. More likely never to be seen again.
Bye-bye, Beetle. I think he's gonna really enjoy it.
Oh man, I don't know. You know? No!
What? Oh, you did. My gosh.
No, he can have it.
Oh, you changed your mind, honey. Good grief, I know what you were doing. How are you gonna catch him?
Oh, I think I...
Did you hurt yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good thing. He's talking about taking it out quite often, so
Right,
it'll get more use.
More use than what we give it the 3-4 times a year.
Right. Yeah.
Whew. So, now let's go look at my open spot.
Did you hear me say we're not gonna fill it, dear?
We're not going to fill it with something new.
Okay, that was good to hear, and you all heard it here.
You heard it here.
Heard it here?
Yeah, I don't know. What could go there?
That could go there.
What could go there? I'll know it when I see it, I bet.
It's okay if you all pray for me, because... First off, I think we we declutter the south shed, we declutter, get this cleaned up, then we can enjoy the empty, clean space.
Yeah.
We have to call in the troops for that. Chet's been talking about that, so
Oh yeah.
hopefully he'll come help Mama. Him and I, we're kind of like that. Get
Buy
rid
it.
of- Get
Throw
rid
it.
of- Oh, whatever.